Hi everyone, welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review for Godzilla. I had some anticipated movies of the year, and this was my second most anticipated movie of the entire year when you looked at the slate way back when it was first, December, and you looked at the slate for movies coming up. Even when they first announced it, I was like, okay, yes, we can get Godzilla done right. And then those teaser trailer with them jumping out the plane and the red through the sky, fantastic. And that just cemented it. I was done. I didn't care what I needed to see after that. I was pumped for Godzilla. And for me, the movie did not disappoint. I know there's been, very mixed reviews about it. I know some people have a problem with this, and some people have a problem with that. I loved Godzilla. So, what were the negatives? Before I jump into ranting about what I really loved about the movie. The negatives. Acting was not stellar. It definitely could have been better. I will say that. Aaron Taylor-Johnson, some people might defend your performance, but I thought it was very wooden, very stoic. There was no real character arc to him, in my opinion, and I thought that, again, partially the script needed work. That's the overall message. The script and the dialogue definitely needed work. That's partially the script's fault for not giving these characters any sort of arcs, but I really thought Aaron Taylor-Johnson could have done much more with his role, and he was just there. Same thing with Elizabeth Olsen. She did reaction shots. Sally Hawkins also was kind of just there. But oddly, a lot of people complained about Sally Hawkins just being there. She was a character I really enjoyed. Her and Ken Watanabe, I thought, did really well. I really enjoyed their characters. So that's my main problem is the people in the movie are okay. They suffice, though, for me. They suffice. They take us to where we need to go. They deliver us from point A to point B, and they give us a continual storyline to follow throughout the film. What did I love about this movie? So I loved Godzilla. He looked fantastic. Fantastic. So realistic as a giant god-like lizard can look and can feel, and you rooted for Godzilla and you loved Godzilla. Also, the other creatures, the Mutos in this film, were really cool. They had an awesome design, they sounded awesome, looked awesome, and it was just awesome. And, sorry, this is a slight spoiler, I guess, the fight between Godzilla and those other creatures, the Mutos, favorite cinematic sequence of the year for me so far. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. This Godzilla had people cheering in the theater. Let me just say that. And that's one of the things that's fun for me with the theater experience. People cheered. Like that moment that Godzilla first appeared and they just like scan up his body and he roars at you with that iconic Godzilla sound into the camera. Theater cheered, and I cheered right along with them. I was so excited. I fanboyed out several times throughout this film, and that ending fight is worth the price of admission, period. Other people are complaining about the pacing of the film and the lack of Godzilla, I will say. The lack of Godzilla is a little bit of an issue, I think, but it wasn't really for me. So the pacing, I actually enjoyed. I thought you needed a build-up. I didn't want to see 2 hours of a monster fight, to be honest. I like that they established the story of what was happening. They established what we were going to see, and they moved along with it. I don't think it drug in any real sense. Maybe a little bit at times. It drug a little too long, but I think it did well. I enjoyed that they introduced us before we just jumped into monster fight for 2 hours. I would have probably enjoyed that just from like fanboy perspective, but I enjoyed it the way it was. I thought Bryan Cranston was really great in his role, and we came for Godzilla. So I guess that's why people think there wasn't enough. We came for Godzilla, and for me, Godzilla delivered. Because that lead-in sequence made, and even the teases, they kind of tease you throughout the movie with Godzilla, which is like, and it's kind of frustrating in the movie, but it just makes the end battle so worth it, and it makes you just appreciate that end battle so much, and it's epic, and that's what we came here for, and that end sequence delivers on every single note. Again, visually this movie is absolutely stunning, even outside of the CG and the things used for Godzilla and the monsters themselves. Even if you had taken that out, the shots that they got were amazing. The landscape and establishing shots that they did were so great, and it was such a beautiful movie. It was so well shot, and I thought really well directed as well overall. I loved it. So my recommendation is see it in theaters. See it now. I don't think you'll be disappointed, and that last, like I said, the last third act is so fantastic. Needs to be seen on the biggest screen you can possibly get to. Caution, I did see this at the drive-in one time as part of like a three-film feature. Do not see it at a drive-in. It totally was, I mean, it didn't even suffice. It's like, oh, that was a fun time at the drive-in. It was pretty terrible to watch that film on a drive-in screen. So see it inside, but definitely do go see it. Love you all for watching. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.